Hi, I'm Brianna.
Hi, I'm Regina.
Welcome to the
Daughter Mama Charmarama. I am Gen X.
I'm Gen Z.
And we are two amazing ladies talking about everything everywhere according to us.
Today we're talking about taking time to take care. Self-care, caring for others, and how compassion and community will save us all. Can you tell I like alliteration?
Yeah, uber dramatic.
So for our icebreaker, let me give you a for instance. You are forced to take 3 days to relax.
One pop. I'm going to make you put money in the jar every time you pop your mouth.
It's literally, you taught me how to do it.
You don't do everything I taught you, teach you, do ya? You got to warm up to it.
So let me give you a for instance. You are forced to take 3 days to relax solo because you've been acting like you're allergic to vacations. So do you, A, take a spa weekend at our hotel with massages and drinks and room service and the fancy restaurant food and whatever else it is that you would do on a spa weekend? Do you, B, go on an island vacation with the sun and the sand and the waves to keep you company, food and drink of your choice, of course? Or C, take your hot self to a nice mountain resort. I'm talking skiing all day, the aurora borealis, northern lights at night, and all the steamy cocoa with the extra marshmallows you can drink.
Oh, wow. All three sound delectable. But I'm going to go with B because I love being around water. And so I like the sights and sounds of being on an island. And I throw in something massage-esque.
I think I would choose C. I like the mountain resorts. I can't ski at all, but I like being around the snow.
You could learn. I'm sure they have like lessons and then beginners slopes.
Yeah.
So it'd be fun.
I could do stuff like that. As long as that also comes with the massages and the drinks and room service and the fancy food.
I think you can add on.
It better.
I mean, B or C would be a good choice for me, but I take B and then C as a second.
I love hot chocolate. I love marshmallows.
I figured that'd be the draw for you. So speaking of taking time to care, sleep and sleeping all night for whatever time our bodies need
7 to 9 hours.
Is important. They say 7 to 9. Some people, yeah, and I've been falling short of that. So I am at war with sleeping and sleeping well. Unless the Father is waking me up for something, I prefer to sleep all night. It seems like my body is trained to wake up between 5 and 6 hours, but I really would like that solid 6 hours sleep and then start my day. So I'm not alone in this quest for sleep. In Harper's Magazine, this is their 175th anniversary, I read an article about sleep by Rowan Jacobson, and this is what he quotes. "We seem to be designed to rise before dawn, to stay active until the very last vestiges of light have drained from the sky," which is very true. I very rarely take a nap, and I can be up as early as 3 a.m. and then I'm up all day and all evening into the night, unless something occurs that kind of tires me out suddenly, and then I need to take like a short power nap. So I'm in search of sleep. I'm warring against whatever is preventing me or getting in the way of that good sleep. So Mr. Jacobson takes a trip to the University of Arizona. They have a $5 million sleep study room built into their basement. And so it has cushy beds and ports in the walls for various diagnostic devices, cameras, and intercoms, and futuristic light patterns. Mm-hmm. So light, sound, temperature, and even oxygen concentrations are precisely controlled. It feels like a cross between a comfort inn and a panic room, says Rowan, which is hilarious. But it's all to study how a person sleeps and what their brain waves does, depending on the type of sleep they get or the length of time of sleep they are afforded. And so researchers are really into sleep study, and we have these studies on people with apnea and how they have to use certain machines and all. And so Rowan, I don't read where he has any issues, but the main focus is that I'm with Rowan on this. Sleep is very important, and the Most High gives his believers rest and the blessedness of sleep. And so it escapes me for different biological reasons. So I'm fighting against my own body to be able to sleep and to sleep well. And no matter what routines I put in place, they seem to work for a while and then they don't. So I've been as consistent as I possibly could, and there's always opportunity in that area, but I'm at war. I'm on a quest to find out what's going to work for me and put it into place. So sleeping is a way that I'd like to self-care. At least it's one way that I'd like to improve on self-care. I did get a coloring book last year for myself for Hanukkah, and I like the coloring book. Sometimes I feel like not all the way rested as far as the coloring book is concerned if we could get in a pickle about coloring something, but it just presents me with something to complete. And I'm the type of person that when I'm working on something, I want to see it to completion. I want to see the final outcome. So it's an activity that drives me, and so it does more to drive as opposed to relaxation. So I use it sparingly. So I don't throw it away because it is a good stress, alleviator. But right now, sleep is on my mind. I'm sleepy right now. I'm sleepy sitting here.
I'm sleepy now too. I actually had the exact opposite problem. I fight sleep like a toddler. I'd be so sleepy. I crash after dinner. I don't know what it is. I just eat and then I'm good. Like I would rather end my day at 6 p.m. and just go clean to bed. But like, that's not productive. That's not good. So I'll just sit there and I'll try and get my second win. I'll get up and take a few laps around the couch or something. I'll just try and like stay energized so I can finish out my day and then stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning, just because no matter how sleepy I am. And I was fighting sleep last night like a toddler, and I was like, girl, go to bed. Like, I'm tired, my eyeballs hurt. Go to bed. Like, what is your problem? I don't know, I just wanted to sleep, but I didn't want to end my day. I was just sleepy, but I didn't want to solve the problem, so it was weird.
Yeah, that was weird. Like, sometimes we can sabotage and work against ourselves, and we want to do less of that and more of easing into nighttime rest and sleep.
So wise woman once said,
my whole entire motto is self-care is filling up the cup you pour from. You can't pour from an empty cup, in my opinion.
How are you carving time out to take care of yourself as the world burns and stuff and things around you? Are you taking bubble baths? You having solo date nights? You watching a whole lot of TV? I'm watching a whole lot of TV.
I watch what I like and I scale back as necessary, so it's not a whole lot of TV. But sometimes it's scrolling because I'm like, oh, somebody said something, or there's a good teaching, or let me check out some music, or something funny, that's kind of lighthearted. So I chase down YouTube sometimes and TikTok, but like I said, TV is light for me anymore. On the weekends, I like to watch a good movie if I can find one.
Yeah. I felt like I went through a time where, like, watching movies, I would watch movies all the time, but lately I've just been vibing so aggressively with TV. Maybe it's something to do with my attention span. The other night, I accidentally watched like an hour and a half of Family Guy. It was not my intention. I don't want to watch that much Family Guy. American Dad, yes. That much of Family Guy, I couldn't do it. But the remote got stuck. So I was just like on my computer and on my phone, like doing other things, and it was just on Family Guy, and I was like, I gotta figure something else out. So the other night I watched a movie. I watched a Looney Tunes movie. I was in a real cartoon heavy mood. I watched a Looney Tunes movie, and that was nice. A few weeks back I watched Sinners. I watched Mickey 17. I watched Dune Part 2. So I'm trying to find more things to do. That's kind of like it. In an ideal world, I would be taking myself on solo dates, trying new restaurants and just doing lots of things and stuff.
Yeah, we're working with what we have at the moment.
You can't go skydiving. It's too cold.
We spend a lot of time, going to workout places and even doing like some outdoorsy stuff. But with the weather changing, all of that is kind of scaling back.
It's 50 degrees outside.
Oh, it's been in the 30s, honestly. So but that's good advice and wise counsel to not pour from an empty cup and to make sure you're filled. And so it's important to know what feeds us, what makes us full and brings our soul comfort, and then that also comfort to our heart. So that means taking time for introspection. What are your likes? What are your dislikes? Passion projects, hobbies. I'm really holding space for myself these days because I want to tap into hobbies that allow me to be around other people, and also hobbies that I can do in solitude, because sometimes you need to pull back and scale back from other people. But it's important. I've learned that lesson about pouring from an empty cup, so I'm good on that. I just want to expand the things that I do to receive the pour that I need. Yeah.
I got a whole list of hobbies, stuff that I like doing by myself and like with other people. Like reading. I do like reading by myself. I also would like to join a book club. I want to learn how to do aerial yoga. That's like the scarf dancing thing. I want to learn how to do that. That involves taking classes, being around people. I want to learn how to dance. Do the fun choreography and stuff. I'd be so scared to do like the 6-hour dances, like the cat's eye the trend. Like, I wanted to do that so bad, but I got so scared. I was like, I am not that coordinated. Me and my body are two separate things. I don't know if I could do that. So I think I need to take some time and really learn to figure out how to have all of these hobbies and things in a way that doesn't make me so scared. So the rise in individualism means that people are caring for themselves like never before. There's the morning shed where people are taking off full face masks and lip masks and products and all of this, whatever. I saw someone had their chin strapped to their ears and then something on the forehead and then a bonnet. The non-blacks are wearing bonnets.
Bombastic side eye.
Everybody's doing a get ready with me. It's just stuff like that, and everybody wants to be the main character of every room they walk into, which I think personally is extremely selfish and entitled. Please relax. But I want to encourage people to step outside themselves and think about the people around them. Okay, you do not live in a vacuum. Your actions do affect other people. How are you caring not just for yourself but for other people, like in your community or strangers even? That's what being woke is, caring for each other.
Right.
Being aware of the systems that affect all of us. Please, let's understand.
That's exactly what being woke is. It's waking up to more of what's outside of your bubble as opposed to retreating to your own lifestyle and your own functionality around who you like and who you know or what you like and what you prefer. That's really good. I agree with it all. So we're not doing self-care and self-love as a way of idolatry.
Yeah.
Worshiping at the altar of God of self. We're holding space for ourselves, but we're also holding space for others. So I like to think about the story of the Good Samaritan that we read in the Bible. And so we must learn to be a good Samaritan in present day society and also a good neighbor, because we're supposed to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. So if you can get to loving yourself, and then there's an overflow of love that you can give to other people, whether they're strangers or not. And so we're better together. I love to say that. And we can join with one another around issues that we can agree on. We're not going to agree on everything, but if we keep pointing out on things that divide us, separate us, and what brings disagreement, we're never going to get anything done. So I think the focus for community and for community compassion is to join around what we can agree on, and then to unify around people who have our same belief systems. So it's like so many people want to go to their own corners and only show up when they want to complain and bark about something, be seen, or sabotage something that someone else is doing because it's not what they believe in or what they agree with. So problems need solutions. And solutions come from compassion, kindness, gratitude, and Yah's wisdom. So if we can each tap in to the God love within us, as we're all image bearers, whether you're born again or not, if we can tap into the God light in us, the God love in us, I think we can do more for one another while we're taking care of ourselves simultaneously, right? I bring back the awe of the Most High, and also bring back fear and reverence for Him. Bring back respectability and kindness for one another.
So it's the holiday season. People are dealing with seasonal depression. People are dealing with loneliness rising. We're entering into the darkest days of the year statistically. And people just really want to feel included in something and like they matter. And that I understand going throughout the whole year. You just want to be a part of something. Everybody just wants to be a part of something. Even if they want to be by themselves, everybody still wants to be a part of something. We are human beings. We are very social creatures. We cannot just exist. Not everybody is meant to exist and thrive in isolation. We need each other. How do you show love to your loved ones? Do you give love in the way that you receive it? What can you do to be more community-minded?
I reach out a lot on social media. You know, I rejoice with those who rejoice and mourn with those who mourn. I think I am more impactful through intercession or through prayer, whether the request is made or not. The Holy Spirit will lead me to pray and intercede for someone. Or if someone reaches out, you know, and asking for prayer, then I do it that way. I am looking for more tangible ways to reach out as I'm expecting tangible results from the Lord. The results that will come and that tangibility will allow me to be a blessing in ways where with my presence and then with things that I can show up for in terms of if they're having something or if there is a need.
So as we talked about, I'm a kind person with anxiety, and the anxiety kind of sabotages the kindness. Like as much as I think about interacting with strangers, I don't actually get to do it. And I'm trying to remind myself, if I say hi, hello to this person, hi girl, I like your shoes, or oh my gosh, I like your earrings to a girl in the aisle at Kroger, I still think about the interaction. I wish I said something so bad. Whatever. She's not gonna turn into a dragon and eat me. I'm not gonna get beat up. Like no one is going to come and beam me up like a UFO. It's literally going to be just fine. You don't. She's a total social butterfly. She actually does manage to interact with strangers all the time. And I'm just there like.
But I mean, you'll grow into it. The more intentional you are with it and the more practice you put in, you'll be better at it. So you have that to look forward to, that opportunity for growth.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go but up from here.
Right, and be hopeful. And someone said, I think it was Bishop T.L. Penny, and she said, kindness is a spirit. So when you offer the spirit of kindness, that breath of kindness, that life giving force from kindness, it disarms people. Unless they're demonically oppressed or possessed and they can't receive that impartation, and then you move on and you pray for them, privately. But you mostly come upon people where you're showing kindness or openness to them and they're receptive. It's disarming. It really is. And so I think of that's in my mind, if offering just lighthearted pleasantries and smiles and just an openness, and people respond positively. And those who don't, I move on. I'm not. Yeah, I don't feel rejected. And
I do.
Oh,
that's part of the problem. I
don't take it personally. They're just in a space where they're not able to receive.
Yeah.
And so it gives me an opportunity, like I said, to pray once I leave their presence, or to offer prayer. They may not be receptive to that either. There's always some goodness that'll come out of what you're doing to show kindness or to show goodness or to show love or awareness for the people around you. So I am intentional about, if I'm going into the store, not to just focus on my list or what I feel like I need to do. I'm running errands, discerning. Who am I going to come upon? What opportunity will I have to minister or to just be kind or to witness something or to testify of something, the goodness of the Lord, or introduce Jesus. That's how I move about in the world.
Okay, I can stand a shift from thinking about myself to that. But I do think about other people, like, all the time. I think about myself. I just think about so many things all the time. Inside my brain is like a concert, but just the audience.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
I do understand that, and ask the Lord to help you, to focus in just small moments or small pockets of time to accomplish something like that. Just opening yourself up to be kind, or to be aware of people around you. But are you claiming anxiety to the extent that you have had to struggle with it up until now, or do you see areas of improvement?
I do, but honestly, whether I claim it or not, it's not going to go away. I can't just pray it away for me to no longer have anxiety. I tried that and it doesn't work. So it's just about moving through it, even though I do have it and I do get anxious, just moving through it anyway.
And I'm saying that, I'm not saying not to move through it anyway, but I'm saying, are you under the realization that you've made some strides?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, so you don't just talk about it, think about it as base one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like a big, scary, giant thing anymore. It's just something that's in the way oftentimes. And then it's like, as I get closer to it, I see, okay, what I thought was this gigantic shadow is in fact this big. Girl, move aside. And I can just go ahead and go forward. Like, I've been doing good. I've even had a friend that I was socializing with. I was very proud of myself for that. And I had a phone call with a friend that I haven't spoken to in a while last night too. And I was like, very easy. So I'm doing very good.
Yeah, because the enemy likes to psych us out. If he can psych us out of the possibility of what could happen, it makes us freeze. Or we're frozen in place, or we retreat. Yeah, that's good. So that's improving, that you're not freezing anymore, or hesitation. So I've had issues with hesitation before. So that's why I've learned to lock in with discerning, lock in with asking, okay, I'm going into the store and I'd like to see this and that happen. Or what is your will concerning this? And it takes me out of, any angst or what would lead me into hesitation.
Yeah.
And so, these small gestures, they mean a lot when we implement them. And so we can't feel all broken down when we don't. But I think there's just a strategy for getting it done, moving about. And the healthier we are, we're able to overflow in that health to share it with other people. Like, we show up as our best selves. We show up as a healthy version of ourselves, as one on a healing journey, a healing course, one who's taking the time for reflection, introspection, and self-care. So when you're not well, or you're in between your journey of wellness, then yeah, of course it's hard, or it's a struggle to reach out, and that's fine. I encourage anyone to keep going, continue to press through, so we're not cast down, even when we're troubled on every side. We're not crushed under the weight of what we're facing. No, we're steadfast in the Lord. We're strong in the Lord despite any weakness, and we always have the help of the Ruach.
Yeah, that's helpful. I went to my church's conference. We had a conference was it last weekend? Oh my gosh, time flies. I think it was literally just last weekend. And a sermon that someone gave was talking about David and Goliath and how he could have been very scared to defeat this giant and just gone back home the way they told him to and everything. But he was like, no, I'm prepared for this. I already killed a lion. I already killed a bear. I know what I'm doing. I'm ready to get rowdy. And so he did, and he did the thing. And I felt, okay, yeah, I could do the thing. I've done it before. I've been a social butterfly before. I don't know how I got to be so repressed and scared and anxious of everything, but like I used to be the one at the party house. Like everybody was always over at our place. It was crazy. I used to just be that way and have all of these friends and do all of these things. I don't know what happened, but I've done it before. I can do it again.
Yeah.
I can get there.
You can get there with intention. And I think putting things in its proper order, and proper place. Sometimes the Lord will allow things to die out or to be torn down so that they can be built properly on the proper foundation, the proper building blocks, the proper people groups or categories of people, resources, and all that things come,
because it
come together, come into
healthy or
play.
stable at that time. So I'm hoping that now I can do it better and build up whatever I built up in a much better way. That'll be more healthy,
right? And where there's reciprocity and where there's
that was the biggest problem.
Congruency of belief systems. That's why I said I'm interested in hobbies that involve other people, but I'm also interested in unifying around belief systems.
Yeah,
because you can pull in with anybody you can agree with on the subject matter or an issue, but you're closer, more thriving, reciprocal relationships around people who share the same belief system. So yeah. But this is a good topic. I'm glad that we talked about it.
Yeah. So a suggestion for people who are looking for ways to be more community minded, if you think that you haven't really been focusing on anybody outside of yourself, which I know it's difficult. Of course, you need to focus on and live your life, but just also understand that you do not live in a vacuum and your actions do affect other people, whether you think they do or not. The interaction that you just had with the barista at the store, if you was yelling at her, well, now she's gonna be talking about you to her therapist. She might put your name in the freezer. You never know. Just kind of try and be kind to people. Things that you can do to help you think outside of yourself, especially as we get colder and lonelier. Volunteering at any local outreach centers, any homeless shelters, or anywhere that you think that might just need some help. Volunteering there. Donating to charities, food banks, local people in need that you see. People who have mutual aid funds. I see them on every social media, literally all the time. I do what I can, but I encourage other people to do the same. This is what being woke means: protecting each other, helping each other, caring for each other. Okay? At the end of the day, there really is 99% of us against the 1%. And even if you don't want to think about it like that, or if you don't want to get political, it just is straight up the fact that we are all together on this planet. It would be best if we could all take care of each other and be with each other. So if you can mend up with people, if you can mend in your relationships, do it. Some people are not meant to be in your life, however. So, use discernment, move with boundaries, but try and think outside of yourself in whatever ways that you can.
Yeah.
That's my sermon. Signing off.
Love it. Great sermon. So be good to yourself. Treat yourself nicely.
Yes.
Be well, be calm, be at peace. Receive the love of the Most High. Bask in His love. Be satisfied with it. And let His love heal you, love on you because He loves you. And then you can love others genuinely. So we pray that the spirit of kindness overflows in your life. So thanks for tuning into this episode of Daughter Mama Charmarama. And we will see you soon with the next talk and rant.
Bye.
Bye. Be well. Love you.